Alright, wanted to make a video real quick. Actually, this is going to have to be pretty quick because my storage space on my phone is pretty much maxed out. But I noticed I still have some subscribers on my YouTube channel. I'm assuming that if you're subscribed to my YouTube channel that you became subscribed because of my through hike attempt of the Appalachian Trail. And there was something about my through hike attempt that was different than most, which was that a lot of people came from, I don't say a lot of people came from money, but from all the hikes that I had watched and the through hike attempts that I had watched, it was obvious that people were either doing very well for themselves or they had a support system that allowed them to have the money to get it done. I didn't. And that's not me trying to pat myself on the back. That's not me trying to disrespect anybody else by any means. That's just the way it was for me. I didn't have, I had to pay off my car. And then I had to spend the next year saving up as much as I could to go on my hike. I ended up getting rid of, leaving my place behind. So I knew when I finished my hike that I was going to be coming back homeless. My car was parked at a coworker/friend's house, and I knew that I was going to come back having to live in my car, and that was fine. I already agreed, I agreed in my head that that was the way it was going to be before I left on my hike, because I figured, well, if I can live for 6 months in the woods, then who cares if I live for a couple months in a car. And that's where I've been actually since I've gotten back. Today is actually the 21st of January, and I came back around the 22nd or 23rd of August. I've actually decided to stay in my car, damn near indefinitely, because it allows me to get some things that I need to get, save up money quicker. We haven't been working. I work in roofing, so if it's raining, all throughout the day, we're not going to work. If the temperature is in single digits or negative digits, we're not going to work. If it's snowing, we're not going to work. If it's too windy, we're not going to work. And we've just not been getting the work in that I would like to get in. So it makes no sense for me to go out and put a deposit onto a row home or an apartment that's going to cost me $800,000 a month plus $300-400 a month in gas and electric. I might as well just stay in my car. I'm not going to move into a place if I'm just moving in to be broke. That, to me, that's stupid. That's just not an intelligent decision when I'm already used to living in a confined space, which is what I was doing when I was on the trail. I was living in a tent, and I was uncomfortable and dirty and sweaty and smelly, and it's like it didn't. What would be the point? I wouldn't gain anything by doing that. So I've decided to just go ahead and stay in my car, save up some money. I'd like to buy. I was looking into scamp trailers and things like that I could get for $10,000-15,000, have them delivered anywhere in the United States, and I could tow that around. I could start working on looking into getting a piece of land over the next few years, if I can get my credit straight and things like that. There's a lot going on, but basically at the end of the day, just living in my car is the easiest way to do it. And but I wanted to make this video because if you are planning to attempt a through hike or a long distance hike, don't let your job or money situations hold you up. Make sure that you have enough money to get by when you get back. I was lucky. I was fortunate. I knew that when I got back, I was always going to have a job. I've worked for the same person for almost 20 years. And he was all for me doing my hike. So I was fortunate in that case. But, go do what you got to do. Don't make an excuse. Don't let something like that, what am I going to do? Where am I going to live? You know what? Figure out how much storage space you're going to need. If it costs you $1,000 a month to rent a place, it might only cost you $200 a month to put it in storage. So that's $1,200 for a 6-month ordeal. It's like you're damn near spending that in a month to have a house. Just put your stuff in storage. Pay it ahead of time. don't make an excuse. A lot of people have the ability to get shit, to get it done. A lot of people have the ability to do what they want to do, but they're too afraid of, well, what am I going to do next? Just make sure that when you come back home, you have some money put away. Don't spend it all on a trail. I wasn't able to finish my hike because I ended up running out of money. But, that it is what it is. Don't let that be you. Just push it off. I had a reason for not wanting to wait till the previous year. I could have saved up more in another year, but I had my own personal reasons for wanting to do it the year that I did it, of 2018. And I don't regret it. I regret not having enough money to finish, but I would not want it. I would not have wanted to push it off for another year, push it back to another year. And that is just the way it is. But yeah, that's pretty much my whole point of the video, is just do what you got to do what you want to do. Don't make an excuse. Don't allow yourself to not do it because of a fear of your money situations and things like that. If you want to do it, get it done. You can do it. You can do it. And when you get out there, you won't even be thinking about all the crap that you left behind. You'll be thinking about the trail, because it's beautiful. I mean, it's the PCT I would much rather have done, but the AT still, you still end up coming out on top of some mountaintops and out in meadows, and you really get to see some beautiful parts of the world. And more importantly, you get to see beautiful people, people that you're never going to get a chance to meet, and people that look out for you in a way that people in your own backyard wouldn't do. They wouldn't look out for you the way that people do on the trail, and it's really astounding. And so it's just something to keep in mind if you're planning a through hike. And you're going to deal with people that are going to put you down. You're going to deal with people that try and make you out to be less than what you are because you did something wrong, perceived wrong in their eyes. Whatever the case may be. I had somebody in my comment section tell me that I was a disgrace to white people because of my through hike attempt. Not sure what that's about. I don't understand how I'm a disgrace because I walked 1,600 miles and not 2,200 miles. But it is what it is. You're gonna deal with assholes. The hike is for you. So figure out if it's something that you truly want to do. Figure out how to do it and do it. The rest you'll just figure out when you get back. Shit, I got little sticky thing, hooks hanging my bandanas up. Got a nice little dash cam I wanted to buy that records the front and back of my car. I think that's important for any driver. Got my hats off there on the dashboard. It's like, I just, little by little, I'm just buying the things that I want. And then once work picks up, spring hits, summer hits, and I'm getting 6-7 days in and I can put money up, then I'll buy a house. Then I'll go ahead and get an apartment or a townhouse, because I'm at this point, my next plan is to buy a mobile, a RV, a trailer that I can tow behind me and actually live out of that. I don't need a lot of space. I've always been that way. I'm just working through the logistics now, and I'm taking advantage of living cheaply in my car. Yeah, the gas kind of is expensive when you have to run the heat and things like that. But, little by little, I'm just working it out, figuring out what works for me. How can I cut money? How can I stretch money? Things like that. But, that's just part of the game. That's just part of the research, But if you want to hike the trail, hike it. Don't make excuses for yourself. Hike it. Figure out what you got to do, figure out how much money you have to have, and get it done. Or at least get out there and do whatever you can. If you can only hike 1,000 miles, hike it. If you can only hike from Georgia to Harper's Ferry, do that. 3, 4, 5 years later, go from Harper's Ferry to Maine, Do whatever you got to do. It doesn't have to be a through hike. You can do a section hike. You can break it up in however many sections you have to. But if you want to do it, you can do it. Don't get intimidated by all of the YouTube videos from people that do it in one stretch that are actual through hikers, like Dixie and Gator and Redbeard and Red Mage and, and all these guys. Red Mage, is that right? I don't know. But, and then nothing, and, hats off to them for being able to do that. But, if you're not in a position to be able to do that, or if you're not patient enough to wait until you have enough money, it is what it is. Just do what you can do. And then when you get off the trail and if you're not able to finish, don't regret it. Don't beat yourself up. Don't kick yourself in the ass. Just go back to saving up money and finish the hike when you can, if that's what you want to do. But yeah, that's it. Don't make excuses. Everybody, I don't care. If you do the research, you will see that people with disabilities have through hiked the trail. People that are elderly have hiked the trail. People that are super young have hiked the trail. People that are obese have hiked the trail. There's really no excuse for not being able to hike the trail. If you got legs and you got money, you can hike the trail. It does take money. Don't believe all the crap that people tell you about how they're going to work their way up the trail and all this other crap. That doesn't work. You do need money. You do need legs. They can be prosthetics, but you need something. You're not going to hike the trail in a wheelchair. You're just not. Trust me when I tell you. You do need legs. You got legs and you got money, you can hike the trail. That's all you need. And then, of course, the gear. But if it's something you want to do, stop putting it off. Stop making excuses. Do it. It was a great experience, and I don't regret any of it. And I went through a lot of hard times out there, and through hikers will tell you the exact same thing. I mean, it was brutal. It was absolutely brutal. But I don't think about it. It's looking back on it. It's funny because looking back on it, I don't think about all the brutal times. I remember them, but I don't think about it. I don't think about being soaked all the time. I don't think about the chafing. I don't think about being on top of a mountain in a thunderstorm. I just remember being at peace. Is the only way I can really say. I just remember being at peace. That's it. See you.